Don't waste food. Christmas is a really expensive time, but with a little understanding and finesse, you can use up every edible part of your Christmas shopping, just like we do in my restaurant kitchens. Otherwise, it's money down the drain. Soups are one of the secrets in a chef's arsenal for delivering amazing flavour whilst watching the pennies. My next recipe for sumptuous pumpkin soup uses the whole pumpkin, the leftover ham stock, and I'm getting the kids involved, toasting the pumpkin seeds as a snack. Nothing goes to waste in my kitchen. But most importantly of all, the soup tastes absolutely delicious. And with the addition of sautéed wild mushrooms, it's fit to serve in my 3 Michelin-star restaurant. Right, listen, I need some help. Okay, we're gonna make the most amazing pumpkin soup. Feel?
That's heavy.
It's very heavy, but it is gonna be absolutely delicious, right? Now, you can always tell, okay, if it's ripe. Little bang on there. What does that sound like?
Drums.
Drums, that's right. And if you push your thumb in there, it should be just a little bit soft, right at the bottom of the root.
Yeah.
Right, first of all, we're going to cut it in half. And very carefully, just cut through. I'm using a French pumpkin, but these versatile vegetables come in all shapes and sizes and colours. At this time of year, their nutty sweetness is ideal for warming soups, curries and roasts. Wait and see what happens when we open this up. Wow.
Oh.
Right, Holly, that's for you. Now, this is where it's going to get a little bit gory, OK? You get your hands and you scrape the seeds out.
I like getting messy.
Rub them together and just give them a little clean. Nice and gently. Good. Yeah? Nice. Look at that.
Yuck.
What do you mean, yuck? Come on, Holly. That's it. Into the water. Now, once the seeds are out, we're going to toast them in the oven as a little snack. So this is a really nice way of not wasting anything. Get your fingers right in there, Tilly. There you go. Boo. Once the pumpkin seeds are out, score the flesh to help it roast and absorb flavour. Season and add a generous amount of rosemary. Take the garlic, rub around the outside so it perfumes the inside. Then add a large glug of olive oil. And as the garlic roasts with the rosemary, its sweet, almost buttery, nutty taste will mellow and flavour the pumpkin. All the seeds done?
Yeah, almost.
Good. After the pumpkin seeds have been cleaned, dry and season them, ready for the oven. Now they're going to roast in the oven for about 45 to 50 minutes. Well done. Good. And wait and smell the house in about 5 minutes' time. Tray, please, Holly. So, beautiful. Straight in. Right. Well done. Big question. Have you wrapped Mummy's present yet?
No.
Let's go. I'll give you a hand, quickly. God, that garlic smells amazing. Holly! Tilly! Where's Holly?
She's gone to a party.
She's gone to a party. Oh, no. Any boys there?
I don't know.
Oh, you're so diplomatic. Right. Look, they are now toasted. Hear that? Right, have a little taste of one of those. Nice?
Yeah.
But look at this. Wow. That looks amazing. And that is your roasted pumpkin. Now, you put the spoon down the side, OK?
Yeah.
Scooping out all that lovely
Pumpkin.
roast pumpkin. We don't waste anything. Hear that skin? All into the centre. Roasting a pumpkin intensifies the rich, sweet flavour of its flesh, which is lovely for soups, but also great as a filling for ravioli or making a delicious mash with butter, nutmeg and salt and pepper. That's the pumpkin done. Now, what I want you to do is get these mushrooms here and just peel them lengthways, OK, onto the plate. OK, and I'll get my onion chopped. Olive oil in, OK?
Yeah.
Nice and generous with the olive oil, because I want this soup to be really nice and velvety. Onions in. And then scoop out that wonderful garlic that's been roasted on the pumpkin. Lovely. A little bit of nutmeg on top of the onions. Onions, garlic, nutmeg, yeah? And now, the pumpkin.
Wow.
See that?
Yeah.
I knew it'd come in handy somewhere. This, little baby, is for you. There you go. Perfect. Now, I want you just to grate some Parmesan like that for me, okay? Just so I can start roasting off the Parmesan as well, so we get this really nice, rich, delicious pumpkin. Parmesan's brilliant for enriching this soup. Its mellow caramel flavour and saltiness provide a lovely balance to the sweet pumpkin. Now what I want you to do, let's tip all that in there, okay? Yeah, good. Look at that now. That, smell that. Roasted, sort of cheesy, rosemary, garlicky, yeah, olive oily, beautiful. So far, nothing's gone to waste. We've used the whole pumpkin. Now I'm going to add the stock my ham was cooked in.
It smells of cinnamon.
It does smell of cinnamon, doesn't it? It smells Christmassy. Delicious.
Very Christmassy.
That's just from cooking our ham. Bring that up to the boil, and we'll let that cook out for 10 minutes. Cream, really important that it's boiling when the cream goes in. Okay, you'll see the colour lightening. So that's going to give it a really nice, rich, creamy taste. Okay, now we're going to saute the mushrooms. A little bit of olive oil in there, yeah? Get nice and hot. We'll go first with the trempette de l'amour. In you go. Good girl. Then the pied de mouton in. And then finally, chanterelle. Nice, lovely. I want you to put a little bit of butter in there. Off you go. Good girl. A little bit of butter there. Nice. I love the deep, complex flavour of wild mushrooms. But if you can't get them, chestnut or field mushrooms still deliver great taste. Mushrooms work really well with pumpkin because they have a warm, earthy flavour that complements the pumpkin beautifully. So, mushrooms into the centre. Yeah?
Yep.
From there, we get the Parmesan and just peel nice, long layers. Watch very carefully. No, just sit that on top. And the Parmesan helps to season the mushroom and really give off an amazing flavour. Okay. We're going to blend the soup, and all we're going to do is half fill the blender so the soup gets really nicely aerated. Now, this is a bit of a naughty chef's trick. A little knob of butter in there, just in top. So when it blends, it gets really nice and smooth. Lid on, onto the blender, and we'll just pulse it on and off first. Nice. Wow. And this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Just one side of the bowl. So that's Daddy's portion. That. This little bit is yours. Now, a little taste. Blow it gently.
Yum.
Well done. Salmon's a real big hit in our household over Christmas. It's delicious, so versatile, and tastes absolutely amazing. Now, we're going to do a delicious salmon nicoise, which is a really nice way of reinvigorating your taste buds across Christmas. First of all, we're going to poach this in a really nice, fragrant court bouillon. Court bouillon is just a fancy name for poaching liquor. First, add fennel with its lovely aniseed flavour to water. Then put in chopped celery, onions, and salt. Next, pour in some white wine to give it some body. Add a splash of tarragon vinegar to give it bite. That wakes up everything. That really makes it sort of slightly acidic, but more importantly, goes brilliantly well with the salmon. To add flavour, pop in a couple of star anise and crushed white peppercorns. For freshness and zing, put in a handful of parsley, a couple of bay leaves, and a sliced lemon. Then bring the liquid up to the boil and slip in the salmon. No need to season it because the water, the court bouillon, is all seasoned beautifully. Slip that in, nice and gently. Skin side down. Salmon's sweet, delicate, and incredibly flavoursome. Now it's going to go even higher in terms of flavour. Simmer the salmon for 4 to 5 minutes, then turn it off and let it cool down in the liquid. Salmon poached, the next job is making the light tarragon mayonnaise. Tarragon mayonnaise with the difference. First of all, hand make it. Just start off with 1 egg yolk. A little bit of heat in there, a teaspoon of mustard, a little splash of tarragon vinegar in. Whisk that first. Nice big balloon whisk. And then when the bowl starts moving, get your cloth, open it up, just go round and keep that on there. That's not going anywhere now. Yeah? What we've got to do first is whisk nice and thick so it can take the oil. Whisk with one hand, sunflower oil in the other. Thumb over the end of the bottle, tip it upside down, slowly drip it, feed the oil in. Whisk, 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 drip, 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 and stop. Whisk and change hands. That way, nothing's getting tired. Whisk, whisk, whisk. Drizzle the sunflower oil in. Stop. Once you've got that nice base, you can add the oil quicker. It's so easy. Delicious. When it's reached a luscious, thick consistency, add a squeeze of lemon juice, and that's your basic mayonnaise done. But I'm going to thin it down with water because I want it much, much lighter, almost like a vinaigrette, which is perfect for the salmon niçoise. Still nice and creamy. Now add chopped tarragon. The aniseed taste works really well with the eggs. And lemon zest to liven it up. And now the seasoning, always at the end. Salt, pepper, and just mix that round. Look, beautiful. It's got the texture of a custard, almost like a lemon curd. It's incredibly rich, and it just falls off the spoon. It's traditional to use boiled eggs in salad niçoise, but I'm going to do mine differently. I'm going to coddle the eggs. First, put some water onto heat. Then coat espresso cups or similar oven-proof containers with butter. Next, season each cup with pepper and lime with a couple of basil leaves, which gives the eggs a lovely herby note. We're going to season it with a classic niçoise garnish, anchovies. Just roll that round like a little ring and sit that at the bottom of the basil. Then crack in your eggs. Every little component going on that plate makes a big difference. Taking it up to that little extra special level. Place the espresso cups in a bath of boiling water and bake in the oven for about 8 minutes, so the yolks are still soft and creamy. With the eggs in the oven, it's time to bring the final components of the niçoise together. To add colour and freshness to the salad, marinate cherry tomatoes in olive oil with shredded basil and lemon zest. The lemon goes brilliantly with the salmon. The salmon's fragrant, but just take those tomatoes even further. Because this is a salad for winter, I want some of my ingredients to be hot. After parboiling potatoes and green beans, I sauté them together. And just give them a little toss. When you think of salad niçoise, you think of a beautiful summer salad. The exciting way of doing it now at Christmas is having a really nice hot niçoise. When all the ingredients are prepared, it's time to bring the dish together and dress the serving plate. The secret dressing is starting from the centre and working your way out. First of all, crispy salad leaves just in the centre of your plate. What we're doing now is building a base. I don't want a flat salad. I want a salad with energy, excitement, and more importantly, I want something that looks visually stunning. Slice the baby gem lettuce hearts into wedges and lightly roll them in the tarragon mayonnaise. And this is really important because in 10 minutes' time, this salad will still stay nice and crisp, buoyant, exciting, and more importantly, packed full of flavour. Next, our sauté potatoes around the outside. I want the colour now, I want the visual with impact. Then I'm going to sort of interlink the green beans. Next, add the marinated tomatoes and some black olives. Now for the exciting part, removing the eggs from the espresso cup. That little basil leaf is the crucial secret because that's like a little blanket that slides it out, fingers crossed. Out Bang. And I want that yolk still nice and creamy inside. The saltiness from the anchovy. It's almost pureed at the bottom of that egg. And that nice fragrant sweet basil. Almost like they've been rolled in perfume. Delicious. And finally, the salmon. And just peel off that skin. Wow, the silver slipper. Carefully flake the salmon and then drape it on the salad. And lay this amazing salmon over. You see the pinkness, incredibly aromatic. And more importantly, every slither of that salmon will taste amazing. And that is a perfect salmon nicoise for Christmas. Christmas morning in the Ramsay household always starts with a late breakfast of deliciously creamy scrambled eggs and smoked salmon. This recipe is a Ramsay family tradition on Christmas Day. Smoked salmon, scrambled egg and croissant. It's rich, sumptuous and incredibly easy to do. First, the croissants. Slice them into rounds and season them lightly with salt and pepper. The secret behind a really good breakfast is in the timing. I want the croissants on first, smoked salmon on top and then the scrambled egg. Put the croissants in a dry pan and toast. You don't need oil because the croissants have a lot of butter in them. This is a great way to transform day-old croissants, giving them a delicious new life. You can just start to see them toasting, almost glistening in the pan. And that's the butter inside. That smell is amazing. It almost smells like a sort of caramelized waffle. Absolutely delicious. Toast them all around, both sides, and then out. Next, just get the smoked salmon and sort of twist it and let it fall over the croissant. Let it sit naturally on top of the toasted croissant. Little twist and over. Right, scrambled eggs. Eggs into the pan. Never whip up the eggs beforehand. You break down the egg too much. What I want is a really nice, rich, creamy scrambled egg. Eggs in. No seasoning at this stage. A nice, generous knob of butter. Now, from there, onto the heat. And all we're going to do now is stir. Stir and stir and stir. Now the butter's melting and it's given a really nice creamy texture to the eggs. It looks rich, delicious, sumptuous, luxurious. You have to be very careful making scrambled egg. All of a sudden, it looks runny, and within 30 seconds, it's cooked. Working it all the time. Right, after stirring, a plastic scraper in there. Take the pan off the heat and just work round the pan, cleaning up all that scrambled egg that's sticking to the bottom. And now look, we're getting that really nice sort of creamy, beautiful texture. A little touch of butter in there. Now, I'm going to start with the seasoning. 30 seconds from the end. Salt, pepper. Back on to the stove. And a tablespoon of cream. The cream actually stops the scrambled egg from overcooking. Cream in, and then fold that in there. Now, keep that off the heat. But look at it. Look at that colour. Beautiful. And then finally, some fresh chives. That is a Ramsay classic. Smoked salmon, toasted croissant, and a delicious scrambled egg. The best start to Christmas Day anyone could wish for.